Yo, what's popping guys, and welcome to another Scratch tutorial. If you hear a fan in the background, that's because there is one. My office is incredibly hot, and I'm not going to turn it off. So sorry if you hear that. Anyways, today, I thought, hey, have you ever looked at the Scratch fonts? Like, yeah, sure, they're pretty interesting. These are all of them, right? These are all of the main 9 you can get, right? That's not 9. I don't know how to count. No, that's 9. Yeah, that's 9. 9. These are all the 9 you can get. All these 9 main ones, right? And which they work, right? But have you ever thought, what if I want another font? What if I want a font that isn't one of these? What if I want a font that's unique? But I can't because Scratch only has these kinds of fonts. Well, if that's what you're thinking, you've come to the right place because I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. First thing you're going to want to do is open up a new tab and go to Google Drawings. Once you've opened up a Google Drawings tab, what you're going to do is come up here to this little text box right here. Go ahead, just make a little box and type in the text you want it to say. Once you have that, you're going to highlight the entire thing that it says. Go to your fonts and go ahead and pick any font you want. Again, you know, Windows, if you're on Windows, has this more fonts thing where you can pick a bunch of stuff. Well, actually, it's a Google thing. That was stupid. So, like, let's say I want my font to be this Luckiest Guy font, right? So, bam, it switches it to this Luckiest Guy font, right? Set it to the size that you want. I always like to just go 72, just as, like, a measure, because you can always scale it down. Well, anyways, so you have your font, right? Color doesn't matter. You can change that in Scratch. Go ahead and grab it. Just like this, unselect everything. Go up to File. You can name it if you want. Like, maybe name it whatever the name of the word is, if I could spell, which I can't. So, like that. Click File. Click, where is it? Oh my goodness. Oh, click File. Hover over Download. And then click on the Scalable Vector Graphics, SVG. Now, you're going to click that and it's going to download this, and it might be like either a Google Chrome file or a Microsoft Edge file in my case, Firefox file, whatever it happens to be, right? So you're going to download that. Now, you might notice something by just the word vector in and of itself. Also, I just had a voice crack, and that sounded absolutely disgusting. I'm incredibly sorry for that. So, scalable vector images, as you see here, if you were to like make a new backdrop real quick, you have bitmap and vector. Vector, what if you don't know what vector is a type of drawing that will never change in its quality no matter how much you scale it down. Okay, well, let me keep it even. No matter how much you scale it down or scale it up, it'll keep its quality the exact same. Now, what's the difference from that to bitmap? Bitmap is a pixel-based drawing thing. So we'll create a circle, and it looks pretty good, right? But let's say you take it and you scale it down. And then you scale it back up. See how it loses its quality and goes to more of a pixelated state? That is what bitmap does. As you saw with scalable vector graphic, or just vector in Scratch, it didn't lose its quality like this does. So, what do we do if we want this font? You're going to come down and hover over this choose a backdrop button, and you're going to come all the way up to upload backdrop. Not camera, not surprise, upload backdrop. You're going to click on that. Now, you can't see it, but I have you're going to have a tab with all of like your file manager come up, and you're going to find that file that we just saved off of Google Drawing, double click it to open it. Now, once you double click it, it should open up in this second spot. Make sure it's not in the same one because it'll just overlay. So you have the second one, and it should be scalable vector graphic. You can tell because the way you'll be able to tell is, first of all, this will say convert to bitmap, and secondly, the shapes look a lot nicer. You'll have a lot more options here, and there's 2 boxes. Bitmap, you only have this little box. Scalable vector graphics, you have this box and then the bigger box. So go ahead and grab your letters, and you don't have to center them, but now's your time where you'd, like, you know, come in, color them, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to keep it the same. I'm going to Control C to copy that picture. I'm going to come back up to my first spot or wherever I want it, paste it, scale it down a little bit, and then boom, look at that. Bam. And then even from here, you can change colors, all that cool stuff. But now look at that. Super interesting font that's not in Scratch. I mean, granted, you cannot alter what it says right now. You can't, like, change the wording once you've downloaded it and put it in here like you can with this. Like, with this one, I can double-click and rechange what it says. For this one, I can't. So I can do that for all these other ones because they're all Scratch programmed text boxes. This one isn't. So that's the only downside to it. But other than... oh, my lord. But other than that, this should cover your problem very, very well. So, yeah. And again, you can do that with any font you want. It's actually really great. So another thing you could do with that is obviously if you opened up your Google Drawing, right? And you... oh my goodness, that is full screened. And you just went and actually drew something else, right? Like, let's say you just kind of came in here. You had like a little text box, right? Just like this, a little text box. See? Even with this, you could file, download, save as a scalable vector graphics. It'll download its thing. Obviously, I didn't change the name, so I'm just going to say Borings 2. And you could come into here, hover over, choose a backdrop, upload backdrop, find the file manager for thing, click it in, and then look. Like, you can do art outside of Scratch if you find, like, other kinds of art more efficient for what you do. Like, if Google Drawings is a better version for you, that works just fine. Now, again, any art software you use that allows you to save a picture as a scalable vector graphic will work for this. Google Drawing is just tends to be the easiest because it's like the easiest to get to, and that's about it. So I think that's all I have to say. Have fun with your infinite amount of fonts now. Well, not infinite because, you know, there's only so many fonts in the world, and if you're using all the fonts in the world in one game, oh my goodness. But normally I just tend to say that these work just fine. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, by the way, these Korean fonts, I think they're Korean, I have no idea. These are actually all separate things. They're not just sans serif. I thought they were all sans serif for the longest time. They're not. They're all different. So that's something interesting in case you didn't know that. A little fun fact, a little Scratch fact, a little cool little Scratch fact, all that cool stuff. That's where I'm going to end it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then like it. If you didn't like it anyways, because I am working on the second space shooter tutorial. I'm working on editing it. Oh my goodness. Editing those videos takes so much longer than it does with my other kinds of tutorials, and I want to get to an editing based kind of thing so things look nicer and people click on them more because it looks nicer and not awful. So yeah, more videos like that come. While you're at it, why not subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content? That help me out a lot. I'm trying to reach 1,000 right now. I'm super close. I'm at like 921. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna reveal the secret account at 1,000. So if you want to go look for it right now before it's revealed publicly, definitely go find it. Comment on the project, on the only project, Silent Night. Again, trailer for that in my channel. Comment on it that you were there before the reveal. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Join Discord, link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.